Hi everyone, so this is a collaboration with a fellow YouTuber. I'll put her link to her video in the bottom bar. We decided to do a summery smoky eye tutorial, and she does the night look and I'm going to be doing the day look. For the day, I wanted to keep it in the realm of neutral tones. Just very soft, pretty tones. Since it is a smoky eye collaboration, I definitely wanted to take it to smoky, but without making it too harsh and without using black eyeshadow. So yeah, so this is what I came up with. I also paired it with a bold lip because I feel that that really sort of brightens up the face and makes it very alive and awake. It's also very easy to put on a bold lip, especially if you're not going to be wearing a whole lot of eyeshadows, so you can get ready and get out the door. If you want to tone down the lips, feel free to do so. I'm using a lot of cream products in this tutorial because they're just really perfect for summer. They don't melt and separate and get gross on your face the way some powder products can, and some powder products feel heavy. So there'll be a lot of cream bases and products in this video because it is a summer smoky eye. So yeah, feel free to check out her video once again, link in the bottom bar. Let's roll with the tutorial. Alright, so to get started, I've already prepped and primed my eyelids with Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden. If you see any slight discoloration, primer's pretty thick. It's pretty much the fault of my previous tutorial, the one where I used Sugar Pills Dolly Pop. Now I'm going to be taking Buxom, Stay There Eyeshadow, and Mutt. And the look that we put on top of Urban Decay Primer Potion will definitely sort of acts out that craziness that is Dolly Pop. Pinks are just notorious for staining eyelids, but whatever look you stick on top the next day should definitely take care of that visually, at least. I'm going to take a little bit of MAC's eyeshadow in Modelette. This is a satin finish. It came out with Warm and Cozy, but any soft brown will do. Urban Decay's got a lovely shade. It's just like this, called Naked. And we're just going to go ahead and place this in the crease. I like to do the crease right after I'm done with the cream shadow, mainly because it'll stop the cream shadow from creasing and just sort of polish it up, so visually we can move on with the look without feeling like it's not done. I often like to do the crease like first or second, always like within a look anyways, before I do the main lid color half the time, just because it really gives the look some extra spice without making like the crease too obvious. Now I'm going to use a little bit of my Inglot eyeshadow in Pearl number 399. It's just this sort of mauvey taupey color. It's a little bit more purple toned than Mutt, but it's kind of in that same family. And I'm just going to place a little bit of that right on top of the lid and just sort of sheer it out. I don't need a lot just because the color isn't going to like gap or crease since we already did the crease, which is nice. Cream eyeshadows are seriously your best buddies in the summertime because they're truly no muss, no fuss deal. They do last pretty okay. Powders will separate anyways if they hit water. So now I'm going to be taking a little bit of Buxom Stay There eyeshadow. This one is Cocker Spaniel. It's just a light peach. Not sure if anybody really cares to see the name on the back of my thing, or even if it really showed up. But I'm just going to hit that into the arch of the brow bone. Just for like some sparkle. This particular cream shadow reminds me of the paint pots that came out with Champagne, so super pretty. Next up, I'll be taking, sorry, a little bit of MAC's Orb, which is just this really pretty peach. It is very much like Urban Decay's, Urban Decay's ABC Gum, or the Wet n Wild palette in Vanity has a peach just like this. I'm just going to place this under the brow bone. And that frost that we put on will sort of shine through orb in broad daylight to sort of provide like a luminous glow, lit from within, if you will, look. Now I'll be using a little bit of Inglot's AMC number 53, which is just a dark chocolate brown right there. And it's got silver sparkle. Almost appears to have blue sparkle, but I don't think it's, I could be wrong, almost like a sky blue. So the sparkle does give it a uniqueness to it, but you can always take the Wet n Wild I'm Getting Sunburned palette and use that dark brown right in there. All the colors I've used are so basic, you really don't need to have the exact same thing I used for this look. So I'm just going to shade that in with this tapered blender. It doesn't have to be the MAC one since I'm not really into buying natural hair brushes anymore, but I do have a lot of nice brushes that I don't want to just waste and not use. I'm just going to pull that up. If you're more comfortable using very minimal shading for a day look, you can feel free to do that as well. I realize that this might be a lot of color and shading for some people's day looks. Maybe not to a job interview, but I think if you're like comfortable in your job position, this is an okay look to wear to work. I'm going to take a little bit of Crystal Avalanche by MAC. This part is extremely optional if it's too much for you. If you're going to school, this one wouldn't be too saucy since I don't really think there is like a real dress code for school. Just give you a little bit of highlight. I'm going to take a little bit of MAC Fascinating Eye Kohl, or any white eyeliner will do. I think white is, well, it can be bold for some, depends. You can always take a neutral eyeliner and go underneath the lower lash line if you wish. This part's optional, it's up to you. I actually find that going underneath white eyeliner for a little bit of definition with like a brown pencil sort of brings it back to earth. Otherwise I feel like my eyes look too wide and zombie-ish. So I'm just going to put a little bit of MAC Teddy Eye Kohl, any brown liner will do, underneath that to just sort of like define it and bring it back to earth. If you have smaller eyes, you can choose to skip this step, but the white just brings out the eye so much anyways that I feel any eye shape can always use a little bit of definition. I'm going to take a little bit more of my Inglot eyeshadow in number 53, which is that brown color. And we're just going to go over the edges of Teddy Eye Kohl. Now for the upper lash line, I'm going to take a thin, even stroke of liner. I'm not going to go too thick on this one because it is a day look, and I'm not going to go too far in either. So I'm just going to stay close to the lashes. You can skip this step, and then you can just add a little bit of mascara for definition if you are not comfortable with eyeliner in the daytime. Now I'm going to take a little bit of MAC's So Sweet, So Easy. There is an Urban Decay Glide On Cheek Tint color equivalent to this. You can also get a NYX Cream Blush, though they do have various colors. So if you're not opposed to buying from MAC, you can if you want. This was recently re-promoted in this exact same formula. So I'm just going to place a little bit of that on my cheekbones. and just sort of blend it out. And I've already concealed my lips, which is just my MO for dealing with any lip shade. I'm going to be taking a little bit of MAC's Magenta, but you can take any hot pink. I'm going to continue filling them in. I'm going to cut the video right here just so it doesn't get too lengthy, just watching me fill in my lips, and I'll be right back. I'm going to take a little bit of MAC Saint Germain. It's just a simple, creamy, full coverage bubblegum pink. A lot of brands do carry a bubblegum pink. And just a clear shimmery lip gloss. This is MAC's Dazzle Glass in Sugar Rimmed. But it's basically just a clear lip gloss. You don't have to buy an expensive lip gloss. I'm a pro card holder, so the Dazzle glasses weren't too expensive for me when I was buying them. So I understand if you don't want to buy this one, but I know plenty of other brands carry a clear. So yeah, that completes this sort of day look inspired fun, and I hope that you enjoyed my collaboration and my tutorial, and there'll be a link to the night look in the bottom bar. Thanks for watching.